The new Mercedes C63 was supposed to destroy the M4. It's newer, it's more advanced, and it has more power, at least according to Mercedes. So why are enthusiasts still choosing the BMW? What's Mercedes missing? And why does it feel like the company is constantly defending a car nobody wants? Because this isn't just about the C63. It's exposing a much bigger problem that's spreading across the entire car industry. So today, we're putting the C63 against the M4 to find out which one is actually better, whether the C63 really deserves all the hate it gets, and what is BMW's secret sauce that makes it so lovable from the fans. But we're not doing it the same way every other generic review does. Let's start. When you think about the C63, what immediately comes to mind? A W204 or a W205, right? Why? Because they share certain characteristics. But you know what? Forget that for a second. Ask yourself, or ask any AMG owner, what AMG actually is. They won't tell you it's about lap times. They won't tell you it's about efficiency. They'll tell you it's about a roaring V8, endless drama, and smoking the rear tires in a burnout. That was the magic AMG offered enthusiasts. That's what made AMG what it is today. A brutally fast machine packed with character and drama, while still giving you one of the most luxurious interiors you could buy. And that's exactly why it feels like Mercedes has no idea what they're doing. Somehow, a multi-million-dollar team of designers, engineers, and executives woke up one day around 2020 and decided to completely reinvent the car in the name of the new wave of performance. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against innovation, but not like this. So what did they do? They removed the very thing fans loved most, the V8. And they didn't replace it with a V6. They didn't even use an inline-six for better balance and weight distribution. Instead, they gave us a 4-cylinder hybrid. Now yes, on paper it's impressive. It's all-wheel drive. It makes 671 horsepower. It does 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds. That's seriously fast. But every enthusiast had the same question. Was it worth it? Because all that technology came with a price. The car became heavier. And we're not talking about 50 or 100 pounds. The new C63 weighs around 4,654 pounds. At that point, it feels less like a sports sedan and more like a small SUV. And what was the result? The connection between the driver and the road got weaker. The car became less fun to drive, more mechanical, more artificial. The price climbed to around $90,000. The tuning potential took a hit because of the incredibly complex hybrid system. But the worst part of all, the V8 soundtrack is gone. In its place, Mercedes gives you artificial sound pumped through the speakers. And that's the problem. When you drive it, it doesn't feel like a C63 anymore. It feels like something else entirely. And for many enthusiasts, that's where Mercedes crossed the line. But here's the part most people miss when talking about BMW's success with the G series. While Mercedes was going through an identity crisis and chasing the next big innovation, BMW did what every car manufacturer should do. They listened to their customers, and they gave them almost everything they wanted. Well, except for the front grille, but that's a different story. And at this point, I think most people have gotten used to it. So what exactly did BMW give us? An upgraded M4 with 510 horsepower, xDrive all-wheel drive, and an engine that proved to be incredibly reliable. Most importantly, BMW kept the soul of the car alive. Instead of throwing away the inline-six formula, they just upgraded it. They fixed many of the weaknesses people complained about in the previous generation, strengthened the engine, improved the cooling system, and created a platform that can comfortably handle 800 horsepower with relatively simple modifications. And they did all of that while keeping the price around $85,000. The G82 M4 was designed for everyone. Car enthusiasts loved it, non-car people loved it. And that's exactly why it became such a success. BMW introduced the car with xDrive and the excellent ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, making it easier than ever for new buyers to jump into an M car. But unlike Mercedes, they didn't forget about the purists. Not only does the xDrive system include a rear-wheel drive mode, but BMW also offers a dedicated rear-wheel drive version of the M4. And for those who believe performance cars should have 3 pedals, there's still a manual transmission available. BMW managed to satisfy both audiences at the same time. The people who wanted maximum performance, and the people who wanted the traditional M-car experience. And because of Mercedes' failed attempt to reinvent the C63, BMW gained an enormous amount of hype and goodwill from enthusiasts, And all of that isn't just my opinion. It's not me being biased toward BMW. The sales numbers back it up. I've talked about this in a previous video, but it's worth looking at again because the data is honestly fascinating. Now, there isn't any official public data specifically comparing M4 and C63 sales, so instead we're going to look at the bigger picture. BMW M versus Mercedes AMG. And this is where things get really interesting. Over the last 5 years, BMW M has been on an incredible run. Year after year, they've broken their own sales records, culminating in more than 213,000 M cars sold globally in 2025, making it the most successful year in the division's history. Meanwhile, Mercedes-AMG has been moving in the opposite direction. Over the same period, AMG sales have either remained stagnant or declined, with roughly 145,000 vehicles sold worldwide in 2025. To put that into perspective, for every 2 AMGs Mercedes sells, BMW sells roughly 3 M cars. And when we're talking about your biggest rival, that's a massive gap. This isn't a small advantage. This is one brand clearly winning the battle for enthusiasts. And if we look at the cumulative sales over those 5 years, the comparison becomes even more brutal. BMW hasn't just outsold AMG, it's completely pulled away from them. At that point, it's not even a fair fight anymore. What people are actually willing to spend their money on decides who wins, and right now, enthusiasts are voting with their wallets for the BMW. And it turns out enthusiasts weren't the only ones who thought Mercedes got it wrong. Even Mercedes' own CEO admitted it. Just 4 months ago, in a direct statement to the US automotive outlet Edmunds, Mercedes AMG boss Michael Sheba acknowledged that the company had misread the market and misunderstood what customers actually wanted. More specifically, he admitted that Mercedes underestimated how many buyers simply wanted a V8. Think about how significant that is for a moment. It's not often that a company as large as Mercedes comes out and publicly admits it made a mistake, especially regarding one of its flagship performance cars. And honestly, that's a huge W, because instead of pretending everything went according to plan, Mercedes acknowledged the criticism and accepted that they had alienated a large part of their core audience. The real question now is whether they've learned from it, because admitting the mistake is one thing, fixing it is another. Right now, across the entire car industry, manufacturers are chasing the same things. Bigger numbers, more technology, more complexity. Higher combined output figures that sound impressive in a headline. And meanwhile, consistently, year after year, enthusiasts keep asking for the exact same 3 things. Better sound, better feel, better driving experience. That's it. That's the entire wish list. And the M4 proves it. Because the M4 is not the most powerful car in its class. It's not the most technologically advanced. It doesn't have 3 power sources working together. But it's winning in the real world, in the dealerships, in the forums, in the reviews. Because people still care more about emotion than engineering achievements. They always have. And the manufacturers that forget that pay for it, eventually. Maybe in 10 years we look back and say AMG saw the future before anyone else did. Maybe. But here's the reality right now. M4 has won this battle. I want to know where you stand on this. So tell me down in the comments, was the hate for the C63 deserved? I'm gonna read every single one of those. Till the next video, watch this one.